What's up, everybody? So today is the House vote on the repeal of Obamacare and the GOP replacement plan, the American Health Care Act. It looks like right now that this bill could pass in the House. Of course, that does not make it law. It has to go to the Senate, where it is not going to pass, at least in its current form. But it would be a psychological victory for the Trump administration. It may be a psychological victory for investors. The other day on that big market sell-off, the reason put forth was that the bill was in trouble, and then the idea was, well, if that bill is not going to pass, then maybe the tax cuts are not going to pass. So if this passes, I suspect we see a market rally by the zombies who jump in, but we're getting somewhat of a rally right now. I mean, the Dow is up about 75 points as of this video that I am making right now. And it looked like last night that the last holdouts of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, they were going along with the changes that were made to the bill. Although, some reports out this morning on various news networks saying they still don't have the votes. If they do vote on this today, and I think they have to actually, but it's likely that it is going to pass. Now, maybe some of the reaction is already sort of baked into this rally right now, an expectation that it will pass. We'll see. The important thing, there's a couple of things that I want to point out here. First of all, this is largely symbolic, as I said, because it's not going to pass in its current form in the Senate, number one. Number two, it does not change the current fundamental realities, which is the fact that the economy is slowing, very likely to see much weaker earnings results in the banking sector when they start to report earnings in the beginning of April. The fiscal flow is still being flat. The sharp deceleration in credit growth, all the stuff that I've been talking about. Now, longer term, if this bill actually becomes law, if this becomes the new law of the land, this Health Care Act, it could have a positive effect. We're going to lose 40 billion annually in fiscal flows from the Obamacare subsidies, but we're going to get those tax credits, which are essentially those refundable tax credits. That's like money you could spend on healthcare, and that could end up being really big. 125 million households in the United States. If everybody gets $4,000, or even if they get $2,500, do the math. That's huge. That's 300 billion. That's enormous. But we don't know yet. We don't know. And the current environment now, I still think, is an environment which does not support stocks at these levels. So basically, I'm still saying you got to sell into these rallies. Same thing for the dollar. Dollar's going lower. And so it's going to be a zombie reaction. What we see will be a zombie reaction. If the bill does not pass, I expect to see the market sell off. And I think that would be more in line with the fundamentals right now. The reality that the economy is barely growing in the first quarter. We're talking about maybe 0.8 or 0.9%. So that's the update for now. I will be back definitely later with whatever happens and talking about that. In the meantime, enjoy the manic behavior. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.